Why Marriage Should Not Be Recognized on a Constitutional Level, by Autumn Martino. I couldn't be happier to hear that all 50 states have passed the law to allow same-sex marriage. I have been for that since day one. I am against the use of any characteristic as a basis for determining what a person can or cannot do in life. Everyone has the right to their pursuit of happiness, and as long as it doesn't infringe upon anyone else, it should not be a crime. Of course, there are exceptions to any rule. But let's just be general here for the sake of explaining a point. The main argument for allowing same-sex marriages was this given scenario. Tony is a man. Tony loves Gary, but it is illegal for them to marry because they are both men. Tony undergoes a sex change operation, so that now Tony is recognized by the government as a woman, even though it is the same person as before. Tony changes her name to Tony. Tony is now able to marry Gary legally, even though they are the same people as before. This is what it took for them to be able to marry. I find this scenario to be silly. If they can undergo a surgery to allow the same two people to be able to marry, that prior to surgery weren't allowed to by law, then there is something wrong with the laws. I spoke with someone today who told me about the lawsuit against the Little Sisters of the Poor, where they were trying to force a Catholic charity to violate one of their main doctrines by requiring them to distribute condoms and abortions. Here is where the dangerous grounds come into play. Since same-sex marriage is legal, that would require all places to perform these ceremonies, including religions wherein same-sex marriage is a violation of their belief. It would be like the government requiring the Jewish community to eat pork products, regardless of it being against their faith. Or requiring Muslim women to show their hair and face in public, despite that being against their faith. This country was built on the belief that every person has the right to practice any religion they choose. By violating these religious doctrines, we are going against the main reason we started this country to begin with. It is wrong for us to go against the framework that we built this country upon. These are the reasons that led me to realize that marriage should not be a constitutional agenda, but rather a religious right. We are supposed to have a separation of church and state. So let's keep the two separated. This way, by keeping marriage as a religious right and not a constitutional amendment, we will not have to worry about marriage trampling on the religious freedoms of anyone's beliefs because it is just another belief itself. Marriage has become so misconstrued in today's society. By classifying marriage as just another religious right, and not a constitutional amendment, I feel we will be taking a huge step in the right direction. Marriage should not be a joining of financial accounts. If you love someone, then have it be about love and not money. Too many marriages are solely based on the almighty dollar, and this is not what marriage is about. Sorry, gold diggers. Marriage should not be about becoming a legal citizen. No explanation needed. Marriage should be about love, and that is that. It should only better your life by sharing it with the person you love. There should be no cost to marry, nor cost to divorce. No lawyers needed. There are no tax benefits upon becoming married, and likewise, nothing to divide financially upon a divorce. Thanks for listening to my rant. Just make sure that you form your own clear opinion and not just follow the opinions of others. Be unique. Be you. Thanks for watching.